Okay, so here, continuing with the inlay. I don't know if there's a way to focus uh, closer, so I'm just gonna go and show a little bit of the technique. I have this Japanese knife, and very sharp, and it's like a tiny little pencil, and it goes real nice. Like whatever's comfortable in your fingers is what I suggest. And so to get more comfortable with it, I'm scraping some of the old cake, rosin cake from the bridge. And bridges, bridges, they're already thin, eh? So I am not scraping too much wood at all, actually. Hardly touching the wood at all. Just, just lightly scraping the dirt off, the even this the what do you call it, the bee's stinger here, that too. If you're watching on a big screen, you might be able to see. Let's see what I'm doing. Anyway, so what I'm doing is practicing using my little knife. I'm gonna clean around the area that I'm gonna cut out for the inlay. Make it nice and clean around there, like that. With the grain, I'm scraping with a sharp blade with the grain. If you go against the grain, it might catch the grain and then snip off a little piece of wood. You don't want to do that. So here especially, there's very thin, and so I'm going to go very lightly and with the grain, so towards me, away from the drawing. I know that my piece that I'm inlaying that's going to go in there is, I centered it so that there's at least a good 16th of an inch on each side that is wood. I'm not going to touch, it's not even penciled. And then the pencil itself is about a 16th or a hair thinner than a 16th. So, it's actually more like a 32nd. So, 16th and a 32nd, and, do the math. Uh-huh. I'm going to clean. I love the cleaning part because then it's like you make your bridge look brand new. So I might as well chit chat a little bit so it's more interesting than just watching me scrape. I owe this inlaying technique to Gilles Lacombe, Malone Gilles, dear luthier and artist from Clarenceville, and what a great friend and teacher. And um, Gilles taught me how to do inlays back in 1993, I think it was, when I was inlaying. Geez, I forget what I was doing my luthier courses and instrument building at Gilles' place, and Gilles and Therese, and yeah, the the using my eyes was something he was always found fond of. When I was that age, I had these super eyes. It seems I could see. So now I wear glasses, you know. And Gilles always had thick glasses, so he always would mention my eyes. And before something like this had to get done, he'd call me over and have me do it. And I was so fortunate to spend the what little time, with weeks. Sometimes we spent weeks in the shop, and I learnt every day. I learnt one technique or another on instrument building or woodworking or art or painting or yeah. I was taking art class in college too, and Jill helped me with my art too. The art teacher was impressed when I came home from the holidays. uh, so I was just making sure there's no crack on the other side here. So yeah, scraping is a wonderful technique. You'll learn this, along the way. If you're new at lutherie, you might not even have one of these yet. You're gonna want one first thing you do. Go find yourself a nice chunk of Japanese steel, and then make your own handle. Get some nice violin, some tiger maple or something nice to make your handle. Uh, that too, Gilles taught me. Gilles taught me that, and Louis taught me that. My luthier and woodworking teachers that I'll remember because they are a part of me now. They've taught me the same things. It seems like we're alike in this sense of being real careful and that what was I talking about? The techniques, scraping techniques. I forget what I was talking about. Anyways, yeah, making your own tools. Making your own tools. That's it. Make your own tools because that's how you're gonna learn even more how something is working, and how something works, and how you can see how clean I'm getting that just by just just scraping it with the sharpest little blade ever. That's another thing I think I'll have to make a short video on how to sharpen these guys. These types of knives are made for carving violin bridges, in fact. So I'm using this one for not only carving. Yeah, Louis was carving violin bridges and taught me how to carve the bridges. Uh, Gilles was an artist. He was he was an artist. Actually, both Gilles and Louis crossed over. So yeah, they're like so with us in spirit. And but yeah, both of them was this artist kind that had very much lots of respect, same respect enough that, well, when you don't have the right tool, build it. And that's making a luthier out of you. And that's part of the reason I'm making these videos, is because if we can't hang out together, then hopefully you can have a way to watch these videos at some point. And so here we go. We got this nice clean bridge. I love it. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so back to the other side, and you can clearly see the shape now is where this sucker's gonna go. Okay. Now, I still haven't determined yet. There's like 3 techniques here. There's 3 different things I can do, or we can do, if we're together live here. But this is not a live recording. This is just a recording. I'm going to upload it and edit any mistakes I make. I'm just kidding. I'm actually on the fly, and again, if I didn't say it in enough videos, if you really want to learn about building violins or want to be a violin maker, I'd go check out the Kevin Lee Luthier site. What a guy. Just amazing. Amazing videos, amazing information. So valuable. So to spend time with Kevin. And with me, well, I'm an artist. I'm more of a violinist actually. So and but I'm also a flute maker. So I make Native American flutes. I make pan flutes. I make flûte à bec, the bansuri, um, all kinds of Irish whistles. I've what do you call it? Native American flutes I started making with Gilles back in the 90s. Hey, yeah, 1994 or 5. So I've been making Native American flutes for that long, um, you know. But yeah, you could find authentic Lakota, like Native American flute making, like. I learned from a lot of the great out there, like some of the people were making flutes for Carlos Nakai back in the 90s, and I just happened to be like close to where their shop was at one point, and I went into a store to sell my flutes to the store owner, and the store owner was looking at me, and I seen flutes as soon as I walked in, and there's these gorgeous flutes, and they're the people that were making flutes for Carlos Nakai, yeah. So my God, I was like, oh my God, I'm not gonna compete with these guys. None of my business. I'm being from French guy from Montreal. You know, well, I'm Scottish too, you know, but I was born and raised French, and I have Native American lineage, so I'm very much Mi'kmaq and Algonquin. It's just we didn't make Native American flutes, so yeah, it's part of my art when I make those flutes, and I got one here actually. I'll swing one into this video. Do do do. Cedar, yeah, I love the flame. The flame on that one. It's pretty nice. Yep. So yeah, these flutes, they're sweet. I was selling them on Etsy, and then I had to close my shop because I want to get along with having more fun in life and being less occupied for platforms that take more than 30% of, uh, of what your customers are paying. Anyways, I love Etsy. I love you. I love I love what's going on. I'm finding that sometimes if even hidden like things like the customer doesn't know that the customer's paying $700 for a flute. He doesn't know. He's giving like 200 of that to a bot, or to a to the people running Etsy, or for the people working for Etsy. I don't know how it works. Anyway, uh, but yeah, one of my friends was telling me today that if a store buys bulk from you, they 30% sure. But anyways, when it's on a platform that's designed to help you as an artist, and anyways, it just seemed a little steep, so I shut down my Etsy store, and yeah, now I'm going along the. Let's continue with the inlay. Um, I'll do that in another video. Love you guys.